Hi guys, it's Abby. Welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, welcome. I'm very excited for this video because I will not be editing it all that much, which is very exciting for me because I will sometimes spend so much time editing a video. I really feel called to do this for a few reasons. One, I have been pretty consistent with uploading over the past month, so I really want to get this video up tomorrow. That being said, not editing a whole bunch would be really great. These next two reasons are the biggest reasons. I struggle a lot with perfectionism and just anxiety around people pleasing and just perfectionism, and I really have been called to work on that lately. And so we're not going to edit a whole bunch. Not that I try to hide anything from anyone or anything like that, because I feel like I'm very genuine, and at least I try to be genuine and natural on my videos. Editing it feels very safe in a weird way, because you know that you can edit out anything that you don't like. And I don't really want to do that. I'm going to do some editing just because I am so scatterbrained, guys, that this video would be 2 hours long. I overshare way too much. So there will be some editing, but not as much as I usually do. So I'm very excited about that. I really want this, and this is the third reason, I just want this video to feel like you're on FaceTime with a best friend, because what we're going to be talking about today is not lighthearted. It's actually a lot, and it can feel very overwhelming. And I just really want this video to be comforting and just feel like you're actually talking to a friend. And there's a time and place for aesthetic videos. I love editing, honestly. I love my aesthetic videos. It can make a video appear so cozy, and I think it's great. But today, I think we're just gonna keep it pretty natural. So anyways, today in this video, we're going to be doing a little vlog. I'm gonna be vlogging my morning, and we are going to be getting you out of a mental funk if you are in one. Or I'm just gonna be giving you some advice and tips if you ever end up being in a mental funk, because it happens. We are human beings. Not every day can be perfect. I'm just gonna give you some advice and tools that I use to get myself out of a mental health funk, because let me tell you, I have struggled with anxiety and depression ever since I was young. Ever since I could remember, I had separation anxiety from my mom, and then that turned into anxiety around my body and food and just everything in life. And then the depressive thoughts kind of have been a part of my life here and there. And then I was very depressed in middle school and high school. I just quite literally would get so anxious and depressed that it would manifest into physical symptoms of me not feeling well, it just was pretty crazy. So I understand if you are in a situation where you feel like you can't get out of it, where you feel like it's so debilitating. I have been there. I understand. And I get that maybe I think this video could still help you a lot. But for the people who are like that, please go seek therapy, seek professional guidance. Please seek a support system, because that's what you need right now. But I promise you, it does get better. I missed out on so much when I was younger, and I'm going to not get emotional because I've been, honestly, over the past few days, way too emotional. I just don't want to get emotional. I have missed out on so much because of my mental health, and I just want you to know, though, I promise you, it gets better. And I'm hoping that this video can offer some sort of guidance for you, or advice, or just honestly just help you feel less alone. This video is mainly for the people who every now and again get into these funks and can just do some things here and there to kind of snap out of it. If you have, again, severe mental health issues, please go seek professional help. But that being said, I no longer have debilitating mental health struggles. I really have been lately feeling amazing. Like over the past few months, I have felt so good, just so confident within myself. But I do still absolutely have days where I feel a little bit not the best. And so my anxiety is kind of always there. It's gotten so much better, but my depressive thoughts are rarely there. They just kind of creep in every now and again. Honestly, there could be a million reasons why we don't feel good sometimes, but at the end of the day, you still got to take care of yourself. And that's kind of what I want to talk about today, are the tools and knowledge that I've implemented into my life to make it easier for me to kind of snap out of a mental health funk. I have like internal and external things, self-care things that I do that really help me. Also, it's 7:30 in the morning, so my face is still very puffy from last night, but that's okay. It's okay. So, like I said, I have many little things that I do to make me feel better, and I'm only going to be talking about a few of them today. I have so many. I've learned so much over the years. My anxiety and depression oftentimes manifests into obsessive behaviors. So whether it's emotional eating or obsessing over food, or it's skin picking, which I struggle with, our bodies will resort to emotional eating or skin picking because our bodies are actually trying to protect us, which is actually a beautiful thing, and you can look at it in kind of a different lens. Our bodies know that we are going through it and struggling, and so our bodies are so smart and will do anything to help us find some sort of relief or comfort. So food, it provides that like happy comfort for some people. Skin picking, it releases chemicals in our brain that for a second makes us feel like we're accomplishing something. It makes us feel good. At the end of the day, are these good habits? No, but if you do kind of look at it that way, it does change things a little bit. You don't have to feel so much shame about it because it's not a shameful thing. It's actually very normal and common, and it's a human thing to have whatever feeling you have right now, to be going through whatever you're going through. It is normal. You're not the first person to feel this way, and I know that it can feel like that, especially when you're alone in your house or your apartment and you're going through these sad emotions or grief or whatever it is. It can feel so lonely, but you're not alone. Give yourself some love and grace because your body right now just needs some love. That's honestly what it needs. And I also want to clarify, I am not a medical professional in any way. These are just things that I've learned. I promise you that you can get your life back, and it's not going to be perfect. I am literally an example of it not being perfect, because I clearly, even though my life feels so good at the moment, I have my days, but I honor those days and I honor my emotions and my feelings, and we work through it because I refuse to give up and I want to live my life to the fullest. The first thing that I do to kind of help me just get in the right direction is hydration. I know this seems so small and simple and kind of like an eye roll, but honestly, when you are going through hard times, when your mental health is struggling, when you're even just having a bad day, you're naturally probably tired. And so what we don't want is for you to be dehydrated on top of that. I actually added some Himalayan pink sea salt, about a teaspoon. I wouldn't recommend doing any more than that. It is definitely an acquired taste, so maybe just do a few pinches of salt or whatever into your water. I actually started doing this because it helps replenish electrolytes from the night before. And it's just really good for hydration. We are going to drink this, and it's not the best, I'm warning you, but honestly, if you just drink a good bit of water, you don't necessarily need the Himalayan pink sea salt. I'm just being kind of fancy with it, but it does help a lot, and I do notice so much more energy when I'm drinking water like this. So it really does taste like you're drinking the sea. Like, it is not good. Cheers. Okay, so I'm gonna drink this, and then we are going to put our faces in ice cold water. Okay, so it is now 8:10. I drank my salt water. I already feel a little bit more awake. We are now going to dunk our faces in ice cold water. Also, I don't know if I mentioned, I am watching my mom and dad's puppy. My mom and dad are away. So we had a little sleepover last night. It was very cute. But yeah, so I'm gonna do this, and every morning I'm hesitant, but I always feel so much better. I just have a huge bowl like this, and I just put a bunch of ice in it with some water, nothing too crazy. And yeah, wish me luck. So I will usually put my face in this bowl for about 10 seconds, and then I will rest and then do it another 2 times. So usually like 3 to 4 times I will dunk my face. And I have just noticed such improvements with my mood and just overall energy, but also just like waking up and feeling a little bit better. So here we go. Okay, it's too cold. Oh my gosh. So that's pretty much, my face is bright red. That's pretty much all there is to it. It's not that crazy, but it does help so much. You'd be so surprised. It's almost like when you see people on social media doing those cold plunges, but you don't want to put your whole body in ice cold water first thing in the morning, because that sounds like the worst thing in the world. I highly recommend starting with just dunking your face, because it really is life-changing. Now I'm gonna go do my skincare routine, and I will talk to you guys in a second. So I just did my skincare routine, and I also went outside. Oh, are you done? Okay, come here. Sorry, I had to close my balcony door. But anyways, I did my skincare, and then I also actually went on my balcony for a little bit. You were so beautiful. I also went on my balcony and got some sunlight. That is another thing that I highly recommend. If you can, just go right outside on your balcony. You don't need to necessarily go for a walk, although that is probably ideal. Getting some movement in first thing in the morning, but to be honest, I could not be bothered. So I didn't want to do it. Instead, I just went on my balcony and literally just soaked up the sun on my face, and it felt so good. And it's just another great way to get some energy in the morning. We love the vitamin D. And now I'm drinking my morning beverage. I have not had coffee for probably 4 months now. I was off of caffeine, like all of caffeine, for over 6 months. Was this last year or 2 years ago? My addiction kicked back in and I started to drink coffee again. But about 4 months ago, I kicked it to the curb once again. And honestly, it's for the best. As we know now, my anxiety is not great. So it only is worse when I drink coffee. So instead, I've been drinking cacao powder every morning, which cacao powder definitely still has caffeine in it. It's chocolate, but it's not as much. It's like 25 milligrams compared to sometimes a cup of coffee can have like over 100 milligrams. So Yeah, it's definitely a lot better. It also doesn't leave me feeling jittery or anything like that. If you are having a really anxious day, I would highly recommend, maybe cutting back on the caffeine. It just tastes like a hot chocolate, and there's something just so comforting about it. I feel really good. I feel so energized and all that. Do what makes you happy, especially in these moments. But sometimes we got to take a step back and think like, is this hurting me? Or is this helping me? And for me, coffee was just, in excessive amounts of caffeine was harming me. So I had to take a step back from that, and now I wake up every day and I'm so excited to drink my hot chocolate, which I never thought that I'd say, because I was always like, I need coffee in the morning to function, but that's just not the case anymore. So yeah, it feels really good that we're not at that spot anymore. I know that it can be quite challenging to, especially if you have kids or you have a job that you can't really take time off of. I get it, everyone's circumstances are different, everyone's journey is different. Oh my goodness, hi. So where was I going with that? See, this is why I need to do some cuts to this video, because I swear I am just all over the place. Oh yeah, I understand not everyone can just drop everything and have a mental health day, but if you can, whether it's in the morning for a few hours or in the evening, or maybe you have to schedule it, literally schedule it into your calendar. I think mental health days are just so important, because you have to fill your cup up first before you can give to others. But yeah, even if it's just a few hours, even if it's 5 minutes in the car meditating, it all matters. So yeah, right now we are going to drink my little beverage because it makes me really happy. And I'm also gonna go on Pinterest and also look at my vision boards. I've been a huge manifesting girly lately. I've always kind of been, but like lately it's been off the charts. I definitely want to do a video about that soon, because I feel like I've manifested so much goodness and joy in my life just this year, and we're only on month 6. So I feel like I have a lot to say, but really I love looking at Pinterest or my vision boards because it gives me a sense of hope, like something to look forward to. And I just highly recommend, if you are in a place where you feel hopeless or you're just sad and you don't want to get out of bed and everything just seems hard, I really do recommend putting together a list of things that you want to do, maybe making a vision board. And of course, you shouldn't compare your life to people's on social media, but I don't really look at Pinterest that way. I don't know why Pinterest just has a different feel for me than like Instagram or TikTok. Jesus, TikTok can be so overwhelming for me, but Pinterest, I just look at it more so as inspiration. Life is so beautiful, you guys. It really is. I know it doesn't feel like it at the moment, but the fact that you're even here watching this video, the fact that you're breathing, it's such a miracle. And every day we're creating. The sooner that we can shift our minds into a positive way of thinking, the better life we'll get. And I know it's easier said than done, but I promise you it's possible, and it just takes a little bit of practice. And even just talking about this stuff makes me happier. Like, I just love it. Let's do a Palo Santo cleanse to kind of just balance out our energies and feel better. Okay, so the Palo Santo that I get is from Amazon, wild harvested from Peru. The brand is Luna Sundara. It's Peruvian Palo Santo. I'm gonna cleanse you a little bit. And the scent is just very calming. I will light Palo Santo or sage pretty much every single day just because I feel like my body really needs it. especially lately. Okay, we're feeling good. Okay, so I just put on my workout clothes and I'm about to take Millie Moo on a walk. I thought real quick I'd show you my new shorts that I got from Fabletics. They're super cute and they make me happy because they are hot pink, and if you don't know, pink is my favorite color. They're so cute. They have little spandex underneath, so they're great for running. Love them. My shoes are Asics, and I'm wearing a matching hot pink sports bra underneath. But yeah, so we are gonna go for a walk real quick because I just feel like when I'm in this state, any sort of movement really helps. I mean, I never regret moving my body ever. I know that it can feel really challenging to have the energy to move your body, but even if you go outside and just walk your block, walk for 5 minutes, go outside, get some fresh air, it's so much better than nothing. That being said, you need to honor your feelings. If you just want to stay inside and watch Netflix, binge your favorite show, I totally understand that too. So yeah, but right now I think a walk will really help. We're literally just gonna walk for maybe 15 minutes, not very long at all. Okay, so we just got back from our walk. I am going to now do some self-reflection. I think self-reflection, especially when you're going through low moods, you don't even have to be going through a bad time. You could be going through a happy time. I think morning gratitude and reflection is always great, so I enjoy doing that. We are going to, I have literally like 50 notebooks. So I usually have just my to-do journal, and this is strictly my to-do list. So I am going to write a to-do list because I've noticed when I'm feeling anxious and overwhelmed, it helps me feel a little bit more organized. Obviously, if you don't enjoy doing that, then you don't need to do that, especially on your like little mental health day. The whole point of taking a mental health day is do whatever feels good to you. Sometimes I will say you have to do things that help your future self. It might not feel good in the moment, but it will really help your future self. And that's what to-do lists are for me. Even though I do enjoy writing them, it's more so for future Abby and just feeling organized and all of that. I also feel way less overwhelmed. I keep it extremely simple because something that is too overwhelming, I will not want to do it. So it usually just consists of me writing down everything that I can think of in my brain that I need to get done for the week. And then throughout the week, I'll check off everything that I've gotten done. But I'm also going to, whenever I'm feeling overwhelmed or anxious, I really like to do a brain dump in my notebook. And that's essentially where you literally just write down all of your thoughts, all of your feelings. No one's ever gonna see it. You don't need to worry about spelling. You don't need to worry about coming across negative or anything like that. This is all so you just have somewhere to express your emotions. I love these brain dumps because it gives me a place to direct my energy and just release and let go of any negative feelings, but it also doesn't have to be negative. I really enjoy writing down things that I'm grateful for as well. So it's honestly kind of like therapy, but in my notebook. If you feel like your thoughts are consuming you, try getting them out somehow, whether it's talking to a friend, a support group, a therapist, or even just your journal. And this is just a quick and easy way to do that. So I'm gonna do that. I also think I'm gonna read a little bit of The Power of Now because this always makes me feel good. I think practicing mindfulness and being present in the moment when you're feeling anxious or depressed or whatever it is is really important. Just grounding yourself, centering yourself, and understanding that these feelings are not going to last forever. I think I'm gonna end the vlog here because after I do this, I'm going to actually clean my apartment, because that is another thing that really helps me just feel a little bit more together and organized. I also just really need to clean it. You do what feels good, take a bath. But I also think, like I said, setting your setting your future self up for success is also really important, and it's an act of self-love. So I am going to clean the apartment. I probably will just take it easy for the rest of the day. I'm sending you all the love and light, and I know that you're gonna get through this. If you need me, I'm here. If you enjoyed this video, please make sure to subscribe. It really does help me out, and I will talk to you guys in my next one. Bye.